People who own multiple pets, what is some drama going on between them right now?
The dog doesn't like when the cat gives him dirty looks. The cat knows this, will deliberately stare him down, and then expertly leap out of the way when he goes to chase her.
Our dog is very stupid and cannot stand when the cat stares at him. We have a baby gate to keep the dogs away from the cat's food and litter, and the cat will sit behind the baby gate, tail swishing, and bore holes into him. He loses his goddamn mind.
2 cats. I opened the window for the first time this year since the weather is finally nice. They have been pushing each other away for the best spot to smell the air.
Same. One open window in the house, in my office next to my desk. My 2 girls usually share really well, but the window has been causing squabbles. Edit. Photo evidence https://imager.com/gallery/rosesax.
Ah, that annoyed look on Kitty's face.
I don't anymore, but I once had both a cat and a guinea pig some 25 years ago, and they seemed to hate each other. Whenever my cat got near the cage, the guinea pig would start squealing aggressively at the cat, and the cat would swat at the cage while sporting a look of utter disgust. That was a daily routine. It was the first thing that happened in the morning, and it lasted a minute, then they didn't bother each other for the rest of the day, and the cat could even nap on top of the cage at times without any protest for either. It was just part of the day for them. That drama just had to happen every day. That went on like that for 7 years. The guinea pig got really sick because he was old, and I realize he doesn't have long left. I picked him up out of the cage and put him on my lap so he didn't have to die alone. The fucking cat came up and licked the guinea pig and laid on my lap beside him until he passed. Apparently the cat loved him all along. The 7-year drama was just their thing. That still amazes me.
Dear Diary. It has been 152 days since the human has brought home a large rodent. I assume it is intended to be a meal in the future, but the human perplexes me by continuing to feed the rodent and keeping it alive in a small cage. Meanwhile, the human still feeds me small pellets. I have repeatedly tried to draw attention to the perfectly adequate meal at the tip of my paw, but the human seems to be either deaf, stupid, or just cruel. There is no logic in this place.
That is so adorable. My cat Isis would cuddle and groom our elder rats before they passed, while our other cat, Kitty, would ignore them. When it was her turn, Kitty groomed Isis.
You're an obnoxious little twerp, but you're my obnoxious little twerp, damn it.
Dog 1 is trying to trick Dog 2 into following her into the garden so that Dog 1 can then storm back indoors to take Dog 2's bone she is enjoying. Dog 3 is sitting on the couch quietly waiting for this to happen, to be the actual winner of this scheme.
This exact thing happens at my house, and it's hilarious.
I have a cat, a puppy, and a dog. Cat likes to lure the puppy under the bed, and he can get under, but gets stuck in the middle where it's the lowest. I have to rescue him, usually around 2 a.m., and he wakes me up by scratching the floor trying to get out. Cat also likes to knock off things from the counter he knows puppy should not be chewing on. Puppy and cat like to wrestle with each other. But dog doesn't like the ruckus and barks at them to stop. Cat doesn't like the barking, so then he chases dog. Puppy follows cat, and there's a train of 3 Tom and Jerry style through the house. At the end of the day though, they are always in a big cuddle pile, so I think they'll be okay.
Puppy follows cat, and there's a train of 3 Tom and Jerry style through the house. I hope your house has a hallway full of doors so that they can constantly run through one and come out of a different one.
Sounds like it can be chaos sometimes.
LOL, they are all really good boys, but my fiancé has been gone for the past 2 weeks, and sometimes I do feel like I'm a single mother of 3 toddlers.
You are perfectly describing my human teen with toddler siblings.
I was on the phone with my friend and constantly getting up saying no, you can't have that. Why don't you play in the other room, Sully, stop teasing him. My friend was cracking up face with tears of joy.
Puppy follows cat and there's a train of 3 Tom and Jerry style through the house. At the end of the day though they are always in a big cuddle pile, so I think they'll be okay. The puppy, the dog and the pup and the cat. The cat and the dog and the puppy at that. The dog and the puppy, the cat and the pup. Go downwards and upwards, and downwards and up. At first they go leftwards, and then they go right. By dawn and by morning, by daytime and night. By spring and by summer, by winter and fall. Wherever, together forever, go all. And when they have hustled and bustled and raced, and hurried and scurried and scampered and chased, the dog and the cat and the pup, they stop all their running and just cuddle up.
We got a puppy 2 weeks ago. Our elderly cat is furious when we do dog training sessions, because cat deserves the treats instead. We end up doing joint training sessions, and the cat is actually much more consistent than puppy. Edited to add, pet tax.
In my house, if a package crinkles, it must be treats. And if there are treats, they must be for kitty and puppy, but kitty first. Kitty first.
My chihuahua takes Prozac because she is so damn nervous. I take my vitamins when I give her Prozac, so if I open the medicine cabinet around that time, the dog freaks out if a pill bottle even moves. Since I give it to her in a pill pocket treat, I'll give the cats treats too. So now the cat's coming running too if they hear pill bottles, or the dog having an anxiety attack. Edit, not really an anxiety attack per se, just insanely excited for the treats.
We adopted a heavily abused and partially blind dog who was full of anxiety. We also have 4 cats, but only 2 of them are brave enough to go visit her. The drama is that when she hears all the cats running around playing, she wants to join, but being semi-blind and a 50/50th chance it won't be a friendly cat, she just gets sad and whines.
That's so sad. She just wants to play.
We have 2 dogs, a very large all-black German Shepherd, and a recently adopted miniature dachshund. At first they were getting along fine, but now the German Shepherd literally follows the little dachshund around everywhere he goes. They're literally inseparable now, and it's kind of adorable, lol. The only real drama that's come from this is that now both dogs fight for attention whenever the other seems to get some. Here's a picture of them in case y'all wanted to see them.
We always want to see pictures. Always.
A friend of ours who volunteers with a feral cat CNR program, capture, neuter, release, caught 2 kittens who were too friendly to release. She called us up and said, "Hey, you like cats, foster these 2 kittens, please." So now our 14-year-old cat Iris gets to deal with 2 rambunctious little boys. Sam the Siamese is a little afraid of her, so he doesn't bother her much, but Ralph the tabby very much wants to be friends with her. He'll even drop his favorite Mousie next to her while she's sleeping. Iris was very put out that these little punks were invading her space, but she is slowly learning to tolerate the boys. She still deals out hisses and swats when one of them crosses a line, and they're respectful enough to back off. BTW, the boys are a foster fail. They're in their forever home. Edit, because people were asking, here's Sam and Ralph. And here's an old picture of Iris.
Please offer Iris our sympathies, she has to deal with a lot of shit right now.
My 2 dogs like the same bed, so they will fight over it until the end result is they just both sleep on it, while the other bed just goes unused. I don't see the difference between the 2, they are both super soft.